Hi. So the question has come up of how do you tell whether a brush is made out of natural bristles or synthetic bristles? And the system we've come up to test it is a two-part system. One is a non-destructive way, and one is a pretty destructive way, which we'll get to in a second. The theory behind this is that a natural bristle will absorb water, while a synthetic bristle will not. So a brush that is made out of polyester, the bristles will maintain its shape and its rigidity, versus a brush made out of natural bristle will actually absorb the water, become very laden with it, and lose its rigidity when either immersed in water or when you're using water-based latex paints. To show the point, you see a tub here full of different brushes. There are natural bristle and synthetic brushes. And if we just take one of our natural bristle brushes that's been soaking on here for quite a while, you will see that as soon as I take it out and squirt some of the water out, the brush becomes very non-responsive. No matter what I do with it, it sort of just stays in that position. You can open up the bristles, and basically it's very, very, very laden with the water, each bristle. So immediately you can tell that most of the bristle, or all of the bristle that is used in this brush, is natural bristle. To show the effect on a polyester brush or a synthetic brush, this is a 100% polyester brush, and you can see that the bristle stays pretty rigid, and if I bend it, it automatically just comes back to its position. No matter what I do with it, it comes back because the bristle has not absorbed any of the water, it's not laden with it, and it just keeps its rigidity. It's also interesting to see how the face of the brush looks between one and the other. So that is a very quick overview, non-destructive way of seeing whether a brush is made out of natural bristles or synthetic, in this case polyester. But if the question becomes, are there any any synthetic bristles in a natural bristle brush, or the other way around, then you have to get a little bit more technical, a little bit more into detail. And so what we do in that case is we basically tear the brush apart. As you can see here, we've opened it up, taken the nails out, opened up the ferrule, and out comes the whole head of the brush, in this case the synthetic brush. We cut a certain section of the polyester bristle, and then we immerse it in water, let it sit there. We do exactly the same thing with the natural bristle and let it soak. What we're going to do is we're going to look at actual independent one by one fibers. Don't believe you can see that. Maybe if I give you a white background, you can see one of the fibers in each one. And what you're going to find is that if it's a natural bristle, it won't be straight. There's going to be a certain curvature to each one of these fibers, and believe it or not, we'll go one by one and go through each fiber and determine whether it's natural bristle or not. A synthetic fiber, if there was one on here, would look completely rigid. And this you definitely won't be able to see for that, but you'll be able to see it in the actual picture. It doesn't lose its shape at all. It maintains its rigidity just like you saw in this example. So we'll be able to see on a fiber by fiber, hair by hair way, whether there are any synthetic fibers in a natural bristle brush or natural bristle in a synthetic brush in a very detailed way. And we're going to actually test all or the majority of these brushes here, one by one and hair by hair, and show you that in pictures and in a little more detailed way. For the natural bristle, if we pull a bunch out of the water, I'll just go to show you guys what it looks like. Every single one that you pull out that is natural bristle will have a curvature to it because of the absorbance of the water, and so it becomes laden with water and it curves just like human hair does. Even though a particular fiber might look and actually feel to you like it is a polyester or a synthetic, if it curves, it is a natural fiber. No matter what it looks like, no matter what it feels like, there's curvature to it, then it's a natural fiber. And every single one that you pull out, if it's natural, will have some kind of a curvature. There will be different. Some will be at the tip, some will be in the middle, but it will be curved. And that's the natural fiber. So to show you what the synthetic bristle looks like once it's been soaking in water, you'll see that every single fiber that I pull out of this bunch here, that I just pull out of the water, it's perfectly straight. And that's, the theory of the synthetic bristle not absorbing the water, and so it doesn't become laden with it, and it does not curve. It just maintains its perfect straight shape. And you can see that each single strand that we pull out is straight. And this is polyester. Thanks.